yeah, so now comes the one, so got 5 on it. So the pas de deux. At the end of this movie, there's a fight scene, which is because the main character used to be, she was a dancer growing up. So in the original script, Jordan had always intended this scene to be both a ballet and a fight. And in the classical ballet, when the two principal dancers, usually the male dancer and the principal ballerina, dance, that's called the pas de deux. That's a thing. And so the original, in the script, the scene was going to be done to Tchaikovsky's Pas de Deux from the Nutcracker, which is not the most famous, it's not famous like Waltz of the Flowers or something, but it's a famous piece. And that's how it was in the script. And this scene changed more than any other scene, in any other scene in the film. And with so many different, he's cutting back and forth between about 4, you saw how many different scenes, like when you watch that without seeing the movie, what we just saw is very disorienting, because you're cutting back and forth between the underpass and the real world, you know, at this, and you can't tell unless you've seen the movie which one you're watching. So a lot of that's going on in this fight, but the whole idea is for it to feel both like a fight and like a ballet. And then, as I mentioned, Jordan likes to ruin things for people, right? So one of the things he decided to ruin was 5 on it. He said, we should do, like, you know, we should be like a horror thing, like, da. He'll sing sometimes the score, and I always tell him when he wants his Grammy, he just is going to do an album of Jordan sings the score, and now he'll win a Grammy. So we were working on that, but, and the thing I was noticing about it the minute I started working on that was that it's about duality. So the theme is actually not from Got 5 on it. It's from a 70s tune called Why You Treat Me So Bad by Club Nouveau, and that was sampled for the Lunas track in the 90s. And it's got da-dum-dum, and it's got an answer. Right? So it's call and response. It's duality. So in the beginning of the scene, all I do is I use the space. Use the space. You know you have the call and you know the answer's coming, but you just don't know when. And just by doing that and using string orchestra, I was able to create tension. And then as it got more intense, so we tried different ways of keeping it with, now remember, no brass, right? And it's got to go boom. Tried a lot of different things, keeping it in the world, and ultimately we decided we're going to use actual sounds from the trailer. That actual boom was so, by the time the trailer had come out and we were finishing, it was so iconic. I said, let's use that. So the pas de deux in its finished form is a sausage kind of Jordan's ideas and the editor's ideas, because I would do a version, the editor would, by then he had changed the way it was edited, so he'd cut up all the music and send it back to me. And we were figuring out which parts of the different stems were going to actually work with the music. And I recorded the strings around it. And until I saw the final film, I had no idea which parts of it were going to end up being in that track. But it obviously, Jordan makes excellent choices. So that's what this scene is. Mm-hmm. And